There's a strange moment that happens in pop culture sometimes. An artist says one small thing, a single line in a song, a lyric that sounds cool in the moment, something most people hear once and move past. And then years later, the internet suddenly realizes that line might not have been random at all. That's exactly the situation fans of Bad Bunny are dealing with right now. Because Benito just turned 32, and what should have been a simple birthday celebration has somehow turned into a full-scale internet investigation. Fans aren't just posting birthday messages, they're asking questions. A lot of questions. And all of it goes back to something he said in 2023. Shh. Turn the volume up, but keep it low. This is rap's deepest secrets, the one place the labels can't control, exposing the codes, the cover-ups, the real cost of fame. Help us to monetization by subscribing. Now back to the video. Back in 2023, Bad Bunny released an album with a title that already sounded like a warning, Nadie Sabe lo que va a pasar mañana. Translated loosely, it means, nobody knows what will happen tomorrow, which in hindsight feels a little suspicious, because on one of the tracks from that album, Vuelve Candy B, Bad Bunny casually dropped a lyric that didn't seem like a big deal at the time. He mentioned retiring at 33. That was it, just one bar. No dramatic speech, no press conference, no official statement, just a line in the middle of a song. Most people heard it and thought exactly what people usually think when rappers say something dramatic. Okay, cool lyric. Artists say things like that all the time. Retirement bars are basically a tradition in music. Every few years, someone says they're quitting the industry, and then 5 albums later, they're still touring. So fans didn't panic. They moved on. The internet kept scrolling, life went on. Until now. Here's where the situation gets interesting, because time passed. 2024 happened, then 2025. Bad Bunny kept dominating the charts, headlines, and global music culture. He won awards, he made history, he performed on some of the biggest stages in the world, including the Super Bowl halftime show, where he famously performed primarily in Spanish, a moment that made millions of people realize just how global his influence really is. But while all of that was happening, the clock was quietly moving forward, and suddenly it's 2026, and Benito just turned 32, which means something very simple mathematically. 33 is not far away anymore. At all. And once fans did that math, the internet did what the internet does best. It panicked. Across social media, people started revisiting that old lyric. Clips resurfaced, lyric screenshots started circulating again. TikTok analysts, the internet's most chaotic investigative team, started breaking it down like it was a conspiracy documentary. Some fans think it was just a clever lyric. Others aren't so sure. Because if you look at Bad Bunny's career, one thing becomes obvious very quickly. He doesn't say things randomly. He plans things, carefully, strategically, almost suspiciously sometimes. This is the same artist who built an entire career by breaking rules the industry said couldn't be broken. Spanish-language songs dominating global charts, Latin trap becoming a worldwide genre, selling out stadiums in countries where reggaeton barely existed 10 years ago. This is not someone who moves without thinking. Which raises a strange question. What if that lyric wasn't just a lyric? What if it was a timeline? Now, before the internet fully loses its mind, it's important to pause for a second, because artists say dramatic things in songs all the time, especially when they're talking about fame. The music industry is exhausting. Touring is brutal. Being famous means living under a microscope 24 hours a day. So when artists talk about stepping away, sometimes they're just expressing a feeling in the moment, not announcing a plan. But here's the problem. Bad Bunny has a history of doing exactly what people think he won't do, which makes the idea slightly harder to dismiss. The timing of all this makes things even more interesting. Bad Bunny isn't turning 32 during a quiet period. He's turning 32 after one of the most successful stretches of his career. Awards, massive global tours, historic performances, cultural impact that most artists spend decades trying to achieve, which is exactly why some fans think the retirement lyric might actually make sense. Because if someone were going to step away from the spotlight, it would probably be after reaching the absolute peak, not after fading away. And right now, Bad Bunny is nowhere near fading. But here's the part that many fans might be missing. Retirement in music doesn't always mean disappearing forever. Sometimes it means something else entirely. It means stepping back from the system, from the touring schedule, from the constant album cycles, from the pressure to keep feeding the algorithm. Artists sometimes retire just to reclaim their time, to make music when they feel like it, not when the industry expects it. And if there's one artist who would take control of his career in that way, it's probably Bad Bunny. Now, if you're still here trying to figure out whether Benito was joking or secretly predicting his own exit from the industry, you're exactly the kind of person this channel was built for. Because this channel isn't just about headlines, it's about the deeper patterns behind music, fame, and culture. So if you enjoy these kinds of breakdowns, the ones where we look beyond the viral clips and start connecting the dots, hit that subscribe button right now. Because the music industry moves fast, and the most interesting stories usually start with one tiny detail that everyone else ignores. Alright, back to the mystery. Whether Bad Bunny actually retires at 33 or not, this moment reveals something fascinating about fame. Fans don't just listen to music anymore, they study it, they analyze it, they remember lyrics from 3 years ago and bring them back into the conversation when the timing suddenly lines up. Artists today are constantly leaving clues without realizing it. Or maybe sometimes they realize it perfectly. And Bad Bunny might be one of the few artists who fully understands that dynamic, which means that one lyric from 2023 might have done exactly what it was supposed to do, keep people talking years later. Right now, Bad Bunny is 32. Not retired, not slowing down, still dominating the global stage, but the internet has already started the countdown to 33. Whether that number actually means something, nobody knows yet. Maybe it was just a line that sounded good in a song. Or maybe Benito quietly told the world something years in advance, and everyone is only now catching up. Either way, one thing is certain. The next year of Bad Bunny's career might end up being the most interesting chapter yet. And if you want to see how this story unfolds, whether that retirement lyric becomes prophecy or just another internet theory, make sure you subscribe to the channel before you leave. Because if Bad Bunny has proven anything over the years, it's this. The biggest surprises in music usually start with something small, a lyric, a moment, a line that everybody hears but nobody truly understands until much later.